Hello. It's me, the Mad Hatter. Did you know? I said, did you know? There was an Alice in Wonderland film, and it came out in 1903. I think you'd like to see it. I think you'd like to see it. Stick around and let MC Popsicle tell you about it. Wee. I think you'd like to see it.
Hello, party people. Party people, I'm MC Popsicle. And welcome to a brand new Oh Mama episode of Weird Movies. So, I'm still stuck here in quarantine. I want this to be over. I'm really tired of it. But I'm trying to make the best of it. We're all so happy. But yeah, so today we're going to talk about Alice in Wonderland. But the one I'm talking about was made in 1903, which makes it one of the first movies, period. Okay, so there was this guy named George Malise, and he was a little bit earlier than 1903. And he actually made the Our Trip to the Moon movie that I talked about. And so he had been working on special effects, and he was also an illusionist. So he had learned a lot, and he was like making people's like heads fall off, and he learned how to like do slow motion and stuff like that. So these guys in England were watching what he was doing, and they wanted to do special effects in their film. So they decided to make a film, Alice in Wonderland, and try all these new technologies and special effects and stuff like that. So it starts out, Alice is like laying on the ground, like hanging out, I guess, and she falls asleep, and the bunny comes by, but it's not like a real bunny. It's like a guy dressed up as a bunny, and it's really creepy. And the way that it like jerks around is really weird too, so that adds an extra like creepy level to it. So they go underground. Alice chases the rabbit, goes underground. There's this weird like tunnel scene where the rabbit's going underground. She chases him under there, and then he disappears. So she's in this room, and there's a little table, and right beside it says "Eat me, drink me," like you know the story. And so she eats it, and she gets real small. But I think how they did is they just built a bunch of different size sets and then cut it into each other so it looked like she was growing. But like, I think that's what they did. They just had a bunch of different sets, so get small. Then she drank it, drink me, and then got too big. Then she ate it again, and got small again. And she goes through the door, and she goes outside, she's outside, and there's a bush, and the Cheshire Cat appears. But it's just like a regular cat, like nothing magic or special about it. It's just like superimposed in a bush, and it's just kind of like angrily like looking around. Like they didn't really do anything spectacular, and then it like disappears. And they say, it's all in title cards, and they say that it says to go to the rabbit's house. So she goes to the rabbit's house and goes inside, and she grows huge again. And then she gets this little like mini fan, and for some reason that makes her like, she just starts fading away, like she's disappearing, and then just like ends up outside. and she goes to see the Mad Hatter because the Cheshire Cat appears again and tells her to go see the Mad Hatter and the March Hare. So she goes to see them and it looks really cool. Like, the sets and stuff look really neat because like that's all they had back then, so they put a lot into the sets and the costumes are really cool. And so she hangs out with them, and then there's like, I guess it's the little tea mouse, and it like grows huge that lives inside the coffee pot or the teapot, and then it's like just like a stuffed animal. So that it shows them like messing with it and trying to shove it back in the teapot, but it's like obviously just like a teddy bear. And then there's a weird part where she goes to this house, and it doesn't really say who it is, but she goes into this building, and there are these two women there, and they have a baby. So Alice takes the baby, and the women like appear and disappear and appear and disappear, and then she takes the baby and goes outside, and then the baby just kind of like disappears and it just moves on. It's not like, it doesn't make a lot of sense. It's mostly just like little snippets of it, like the book. It's not like connected really. It just appears and then turns off and then appears and disappears, and like it doesn't make much sense. But like, so then she kind of appears where all of the card soldiers are. So they have all these like little kids in card soldier outfits, and they're just like marching down the street. And then the queen comes by, and the queen gets upset with her, and then they're about to cut her head off. So she's like fighting with the queen, and then she wakes up, and that's basically the end. I tried to find more information on this, but there's not that much information out there. Like, what I found out is the girl that played Alice was like 18, and she worked at the theater where they made the movie, and everybody in the theater worked together. They would take turns doing different parts of it, which is cool. They did like, sometimes she would do special effects, sometimes she would do camera work, sometimes she would be on camera, and everybody would just rotate and do different parts, and I thought that was cool. I think that would be neat if they did that nowadays, but you know, they're not going to. But it was cool, and I found out there's only one copy of this movie at all, and it's in like the British Film Archives, and some of it is actually missing, but they did their best to like restore it and stuff like that, because the company that made the movie apparently like in the 20s like went under, and they had a really hard time, and they melted all the films down because there were silver in the reels, and so they took the silver out of the reels by melting them to sell it to make money. So that's pretty weird, but yeah, if you got like 10 minutes, it's only 10 minutes long, you should go check it out. It's really interesting, and it's cool. And like, I feel like people in my generation don't watch silent films or anything like that, and you should. It's really cool. It's cool to see what all these people did with like nothing. Because if they can do it, you can do it. You know, let's make films, you know, let's do stuff. If someone 100 years ago can do something that cool, so can you. You got more technology than they ever had in the whole world in your phone right now. So yeah, get out there, make something of yourself, be a man. But yeah, so I give it a thumbs up, it was good. Also, this video was sponsored by a fanny supply company. Get you a fanny pack, they're really cool. Check it out. Also, shout out to my other sponsor, StickerYeti.com. You can actually buy these from me. These are MC Popsicle stickers, and you can get them for $5. So just hit me up and you can get your own, or you can hit up StickerYeti.com and they'll make some for you, and they're really high quality and really cool. Also, shout out to my other sponsor, and US Leak Detection. If you got a pool or like a jacuzzi or something you need it fixed, hit them up. And follow me on Instagram, MC_Popsicle. Follow me, hit me up. Also, I have color changing, glow in the dark MC Popsicle candy bracelets. hit me up in my private messages and you can get one for 10 bucks. So thank you guys so much. Stay safe out there, and I will see you soon. Peace.